Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, along with my co-host, Brett.
What's up?
I just want to apologize in advance, everyone. I was at a wedding last night and my voice is completely gone, but we must cover Big Brother because we're getting down to the wire. Brett, I'm going to lean on you for majority of explaining things just because I got to just keep taking sips of water and this is just going to be terrible, terrible sound for people. But let's go back to last Sunday's episode. What?
I was gonna say it can't be worse than the sound of Brittany's voice and her complaining
Right,
about
and her
Michael.
facial expressions all the time. Let's start with Brittany. So we pick up from last Sunday. Michael leaves the house, and Brittany is just like completely blown away at what happened, and it's just kind of like she almost is forgetting that it's a game, and people are going to say what they can say to stay in the game because they want to win. And I'm assuming we're going to be on the same page. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I thought Michael had a really good pitch to the girls of basically saying, "Hey, if you keep me in the game, I'm gonna take out the next two big threats, Turner and Monty,
Right.
and then all you have to do is just take me out yourself." To the girls, which is a decent pitch. However, the girls probably wouldn't be able to take him out, but maybe they could get a shot at it. Who knows? But also, I wrote down a quote from Brittany where she was crying in a confessional, saying, like she had no game. Her only game was to be Michael's friend,
Right.
and something like that. So I was like, "Yep, you're right. You had no game. You were basically there to play the friendship game with Michael at this point." So that's why she was so betrayed.
So
But
do you think she'll be in the final two? Like everyone wants to take her, right? Because they're going to beat her. I know we're fast forwarding here, but
damn, I don't know. If Monty wants to win the game, he should take her to final two. Because
yeah,
I think, well, I mean, he should take
everybody should.
he should take Turner or her instead of Taylor. But
Yeah,
who
yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Because either who knows who's going home this week? It's either going to be Turner, or if Turner wins veto, it's probably going to be Brittany. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right. So I know we're jumping ahead, but there was just because the game is coming down to the wire, and we're always thinking like the moves that are going to be ahead are more important than kind of what happened this week. Monty wins HOH from the haunted house game. Brett, is this one they do every year? Something
Not
similar.
every year, no. I've seen stuff like this before where they're in a dark room and they
Okay.
have to like find puzzle pieces and stuff. I know they've gotten powers before doing this, and I know there was a season where everyone was hating on Mickey because he put all like the outcasts of the house into this competition, and they had to like search for stuff in a dark room or something. And
Okay.
then I think that's where David, who was on the challenge, lost and went home.
Okay.
But yeah, so like this challenge is actually pretty tough, and I don't know if somebody told them that there'd be like crawl spaces down on the ground for them to find, but I feel like that'd be hard to be in a dark room and then like just know where
I agree.
know what door, like if the door is below waist level to even think that and then
Yep.
find it.
I
So
agree.
I
I
thought that
completely
one was
agree with
hard.
you. I think this might have been the hardest challenge, in my opinion, of the entire season
Hmm.
because it's still way different than running on a slippery like slide to fill up a glass of water. It's like completely dark. You're feeling around. Like obviously your anxiety is going to be like
Yeah.
high because you don't know what you're touching, even if you know they're not going to put you in harm's way. But it's still the idea of like I don't know what I'm doing. I can't see anything.
Yeah. Well, then
Um,
again, I guess that made me just think of. So I actually went through firefighter training and applications at one point, and one of the things is when you're in a dark room, like a dark, smoky room, you're supposed to get down and crawl, and then feel to the
because the
side of the
smoke
wall.
rises.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So smoke.
The
I mean,
heat
that's a
rises.
smoky. Yeah. So I guess I wouldn't necessarily think of that maybe in this situation, but because there's no smoke. But
Yeah.
I guess that's how you find you end up finding the crawl spaces. But I would probably just grab the right wall and just try to run through the room and try to just go that approach.
Sprinting in the dark does not sound like a good
Yeah,
equation,
just
but
just right hand out on the wall and one hand in front and just go up through the entire
yeah.
room as fast
Mhm.
as I can.
Well, I'll tell
But
you
yeah,
what, man, like you're gonna be on one of these shows. The amount of like you just every time I'm doing a video with you, you drop like a little nugget about like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, and I was like, they got to cast you.
so we can only hope.
We're gonna get that. Bill and we're gonna make that a priority. Like,
Except on Big Brother, some of their games are hard. Like the one that was just on this recent HOH, the next HOH competition that Taylor won. That shit was hard with the dresses.
Yeah, no, that one was. I will say that one was tough. Just remembering things like I mean, I guess I would say I have a good memory, but just in the heat of the moment, the importance of winning that
Yeah.
is going to weigh on you and your decision. Like you're going to forget things or second guess yourself.
I literally just watched it like 20 minutes ago, finished it,
Mhm.
and that one jumping ahead a little, but I didn't realize it was going to be so long.
It
Her
was
coming
very long.
through the dresses. So I memorized the first like 5 or 6 dresses, and then I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah,
And then there was even one that was BS because it said she had pink pants on, but from what I could see on the screen, they looked like white pants or cream pants or something.
yeah,
And I went back and re-looked at it, and I'm like, maybe the TV monitor is messed up, but like those do not look pink to me. Those look like white.
yeah. Um, so we'll get to that. That's the end of
Yeah.
this week. But so Monty wins HOH. He puts up Brittany and Alyssa, and right.
Yes.
So and then Brittany is trying to pitch to take out Turner, and
I think
again,
that was Taylor.
oh Taylor. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. This is just later. And like they're just I don't get how they're blown away that people are gonna do moves that benefit them and not like the pitches where they're like in the confessionals like, why is he not listening to me? And it's like because it doesn't benefit him.
Right.
And I don't know. I'm sure
Monty.
it'll what.
I mean, right when this pitch was happening, like Monty didn't really reveal his thoughts on it, but he was basically saying, Taylor, like you if you win veto, you you'll take yourself off or whatever, remove somebody, and I'll have to put up Turner. So like then at that point, I'll have no choice but to put Turner on the block. But he's not. Monty later says like he doesn't want to put Turner on the block because obviously if Turner goes home, then it's him versus the girls, and they'll easily go after him. And then yeah, and
Right,
then it
and
goes
that's
into
what we were
I guess the
talking
beat.
pre-show.
What's that?
Like we were talking pre-show, like if he gets rid of Turner, he's the only guy left, and they're obviously going to gang up on him no matter what
Yeah,
alliances they have. Because Taylor's been pushing, I want two girls in the final since day one of this season. So I don't know if Monty knows that, but that's what's going to happen, and he should think about that. And he did, because he didn't put up Turner.
mm-hmm.
What did you think of the veto challenge, like that gear clock?
I thought it was BS in the first place. Monty couldn't even play because he didn't get out of bed in time,
Yeah,
and to wake them up and say they have 2 minutes to get downstairs. I mean, I guess you have to expect the unexpected, but like I don't know if you're not thinking that you can be DQ'd from a veto for something like if that wouldn't have crossed my mind. And I know I'm not the kind of person that wants to rush out of bed either. So
no,
I don't know. I thought that was shitty though that he didn't get to play.
right, especially at like 2 a.m. It's not like it's like 8 a.m. It's like the middle of the night.
Yeah. And then
So,
when I wake up too, I usually have to go to the bathroom. So it's like
oh, of
so now
course.
everyone's gonna have to rush down there and have to go to the bathroom during this whole competition.
Yeah, that was definitely suspect, and like Brittany winning, I just kind of blows me away that
I
she
knew she
like
would win.
is hanging on. Did it seem like that was coincidence to you?
I thought going into that competition, just I guess before she actually won, I was like, she's gonna win because they were
Uh,
just doing confessionals about like she was getting a lot of confessionals about like needing this win and like her
yeah,
they were talking about what they would do with the money and she's like talking about like having problems with pregnancies and
yep,
what it would mean to her and all that. And then going into it, I'm like, she's gonna win this veto, I guarantee it.
yeah. That's the
She
editing they
was setting
do.
up.
That like on a bunch of shows, like yeah, especially on like CBS and like that, like they're giving away like either that person's gonna win or they're gonna lose. Like they're involved in something where it's like a backbreaking moment or a huge moment for them, and I just wish they didn't do that. But we're not producers, so we're reviewing the show, not making it like
Mhm.
attractive to viewers. So she takes herself off, and then Monty puts up Taylor, and that was when Brittany was making the pitch for Turner too, and like she had those. That's what I mixed up
That yeah,
with
that's when Brittany.
just saying like I can't believe he's doing this, and it's just like I'm sorry, like I'm just so sick of her. I want her out of here so bad, but I think she's going to be in the final two,
That
unfortunately.
yeah, that's where Brittany, which you were saying, Brittany was pitching to Monty, and then she was basically. I before Monty even said it, I was like, is she like threatening
Yeah,
Monty?
right,
He like
exactly.
called her he did an impression of her being the suburban mob
Yep,
boss.
yep.
So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
But yeah, like, and then he perfectly explains, like, yeah, Turner is his shield. He doesn't want to be the only dude left in the
Yeah.
house. He's not
Hmm.
throwing Turner up there. So, and that's the right decision. Is like, because if you put Turner on that block,
He's gone.
he goes home. But if you put Taylor up, then still Taylor will probably stay. But Taylor, I
Well,
mean, at this point, I guess we'll see. Is Taylor should have gone home.
yeah, well,
Like,
let's talk about that briefly real quick. So Turner is friends with Alyssa. And if he's playing the game, he should know that Alyssa doesn't really have a chance to win. So you kind of want her to stick around. Has she won an HOH? Has she won a veto? Like, she's not a threat. And I think he's letting like the friendships come into the game, and that's kind of like
I think
that
he
was a
was
dumb move.
scared to go back on his word with Monty. Like they had a gentleman's agreement that, like, dude, like you can't. I guess that was the agreement they mentioned at one point was that if Turner doesn't get put on the block by Monty, he has to vote how Monty wants him to. But I mean, still, like
Yeah,
you just threw your game in the trash, dude. Because I guess he burned Alyssa, so Alyssa probably won't even vote for him now. But even beside that point, his chance of getting to final two and winning is just shit now
yeah, I agree.
because Taylor he can't beat Taylor or Monty, and by leaving one of them in the game, he's just SOL.
Right. And
So
like, we don't normally talk about this, but like after when Alyssa's talking to Julie, like you can tell that she was very upset. Like she was holding back tears when they showed like the goodbye videos.
yeah.
So like you said, I didn't even think about voting, but like he probably lost that vote, unfortunately. And that's, I mean, people are spiteful. That's the whole point of the jury is like in these shows is they
Oh, that
will.
yeah, that pissed me off too. So like Alyssa, she's like a little conniving bitch. She so she was like, "Oh, Turner, you're my best friend. How dare you turn on me and vote me out?" And he's like, "Alyssa, I'm trying to separate the game from our friendship. Like, you should understand that." She can't forgive him for that. Alyssa voted out Kyle. She betrayed her showmance and voted him out because of that what the house wanted. And then when Turner goes and does the exact same thing to her, he's the bad guy.
No, you're right. But he should have, but he
For his
should.
for his game alone, he should have kept her. But like the whole like
Mhm.
friendship thing,
Yeah,
like she basically threw that in his face, even though she betrayed her own boyfriend.
right. So, but like, so he probably lost that vote if he gets there.
Yeah,
So
which I think he had a really good chance of getting to the end and winning if he kept Alyssa because if
because he made a power move. It would be a power move.
yeah, but also so at this point for this next OH, Taylor would be gone, which means Brittany, assuming Alyssa sucked at this one too, Brittany would have won this HOH. So Brittany would have targeted Monty, and if Monty didn't win that veto, Monty would be going home. And now you have a final three with Brittany, Alyssa, and Turner, in
Hmm.
which Turner
Is
is
the
the
best
favorite
player.
to sit in the final two from winning, and then also beat whoever he's sitting next to.
Right.
So Turner just basically threw his game in the trash.
He did, and it's a shame, but that's how it rolls sometimes. So we it came down to a split tie. So Monty makes the call. Brett, how is that a common thing that like the HOH actually or the head household actually makes the deciding vote, or is it really not as common per season?
Um, It's not super common. It
Okay.
happens. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I guess giving him that power, we knew how he was going to vote, and
Oh, it's because he's kissing her. He's got to save
yeah,
his
yeah.
showmance, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I could see it benefiting Monty to get rid of Taylor too, but who knows? I
Right.
think I think Taylor will cut Monty and bring Brittany to the end. So maybe that
Yeah.
point wasn't even worth. I guess the only thing it protects him from is that if he just got rid of Taylor, maybe he would have lost her vote. But then also he would probably be going home if Brittany wins this next HOH, which she probably would have if Taylor was gone. But
And really, the only time you lose people's votes are like people that aren't true game players. Like
right.
Alyssa being upset, you understand that because she's not a true game player. But Taylor's been playing the game, so she might have be like, "Yeah, I'm mad in the moment." But after she sits in jury house for a week, she could be like, "Yeah, actually, that was the right move."
Right.
So not all the time it's going to kill you, but you just got to. It all depends on who you're actually doing it to. If they respect the game and like how to win, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
look past those moments. So
Yeah.
we'll
Which
see.
yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
You have three women sitting in that jury house now that I don't think are capable of that. I think Alyssa, Jasmine, and Indy are all going to vote emotionally.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Which is unfortunate, but I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I haven't been through a whole season, so I don't normally know how the speeches work at the end, or like we didn't see the jury house at all this week. Maybe we'll start seeing it maybe more next week. You think?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's only 3 episodes left, so I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
Okay.
And we have to see Michael show up. So
Right, exactly. So we kind of already talked about this, but they do the HOH competition. Monty can't compete, and Taylor wins, and that's what Brett was alluding to. It's like a memory game of like wearing clothes. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we only got, like Brett said, 3 episodes left. Well, we're gonna also depends on how we're gonna do this. If Sunday's episode's pretty important or like a lot of stuff happens, we'll try to do an episode, maybe 3 more episodes left covering the show. We're gonna play it by ear though. But Brett, before we get out of here, anything else you want to talk about real quick?
um, I don't think so. I mean, I guess maybe just how do you think the next 3 episodes play out?
Yeah, okay. So Brittany or Taylor is pretty much a lock for after this one. She can compete in the HOH, right? Because there's only 3 people.
Yeah, there will only be 3, so yeah, she'll be able to compete.
Okay.
And so also like whoever she nominates is relevant also this week because everyone plays in the veto, and the only thing that matters is who wins the veto because whoever wins it is going to be the person not on the block and
And they
voting
make the vote.
to evict the other 2.
Okay.
So if you win the veto, you're choosing who goes home of the 2.
Okay. So if it's say Monty, really, so it all depends on if
Oh,
who's making the vote.
Monty will take out Brittany if he
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah. So
Taylor
any of the
Taylor will
guys are
take
gonna
out
take
Turner.
out the guys are gonna take out the girls, and the girls will take out the guys.
Yeah.
Unless Turner is like, I'll take out Monty, like unless he actually comes to his senses. Maybe even Monty will take out Turner to make a
I
move.
don't think so. I don't think so
Okay.
because
That would be the smart
yeah.
move, wouldn't it?
No, I think Monty can beat Turner, and
Okay.
he probably knows that. So also if it's Monty's choice, he does not want to leave Brittany there because Brittany will not take Monty, and Taylor will probably take Brittany.
Right.
So he doesn't want to leave the temptation of Brittany sitting around. So Monty would take out Brittany. Turner would probably take out Brittany. And then Taylor and Brittany would obviously take out Turner.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Brittany might take out Monty. So who
Yeah,
knows?
we'll see. I mean, this is definitely the parts of the game where it kind of gets interesting of like, are people going to start playing the game and push their friendship and like allegiances aside? Because it's like,
I actually think Brittany would take out Monty.
yeah, I mean, because she needs to start stacking some like game changing moves to have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think her best way to win would be to take out Monty if she had the chance, and then end up in the final 2 with Turner.
right, because that means she would be taking out Taylor as well, right?
I mean,
Off
if
the
she
off
won the
chance that she won it.
either
Yeah.
her or Turner would be taking out Taylor in the final
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
So, but if it was her taking out Taylor, I definitely think she'd get some brownie points. But also being, I don't know. I feel like she might lose to Turner, but she also might beat Turner. It's kind of a toss up.
Right. Right.
But I feel like
Exactly.
Turner's been pissing people off and stuff. So
Yeah. So we'll see the emotional vote or the strategic vote. We will find out. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry again. I apologize about my voice. We'll be watching the episode tomorrow. We'll get a understanding if it's super important or not, and we'll try to do an episode for it. Definitely before we won't be this late again. Like we just kind of had some stuff going on during the week. We were originally supposed to do this Friday, but I was busy. But we'll get them out. Don't worry. So for myself and Brett, thanks for watching. See you.
thank you.